the fire, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, on a different account, wouldn't bow to an idol that the king of Babylon made when they heard music played. These were the three people, the three Israelites, that were thrown into a furnace that was a fiery furnace, and was delivered by Yahushua. It's talking about those, his companions, were going to be slain with him. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard.
In other words, Arioch was the captain of the king of Babylon's guard, his captain of his bodyguard, that was going to carry out the order to kill all the wise men that were found in Babylon. Go ahead.
Which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king's captain, why is the decree so hasty from the king?
Why is he doing such a thing, such a decree so fast? Go ahead.
Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time.
So this captain of the guard told Daniel, we got to come out and slay all of you guys. All the wise men, all those that are considered wise men and hold that position in this kingdom got to be put to death. Gave him the account on why. So Daniel went to the king and asked for time. Go ahead.
And that he would show the king the interpretation.
Continue.
Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions.
Alright, so now this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and you're going to have to go ahead and mark Daniel chapter 7 and Daniel chapter 2 and go back and forth. Alright? So we're going to jump down to verse, I want you to jump down to verse 34. No. Okay, you're going to jump down to verse 30. Daniel chapter 2, verse 30. And once we get to breaking this down, we're going to bounce right over to Daniel chapter 7. Okay, continue.
Daniel chapter 2 and verse 30. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living.
Now we left off at verse 17. Between verse 18 and verse 29, Daniel explained it to his companions. They fasted and prayed and went to the Most High. And the Most High gave them the vision that Nebuchadnezzar had received and lost, forgotten about it. The Most High gave it to Daniel in detail, the very same vision, and gave him the interpretation of it. Okay, and this vision goes along with a vision later on. 2 years later, Daniel would have a vision. And the vision that Daniel had was different, but it had the same meaning as the vision that Nebuchadnezzar had 2 years earlier. Go ahead, brother.
But for their sakes thou shalt make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart.
Go ahead.
Thou, O king, sawest and behold a great image.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Keep on reading. I'm just going to go and get the sign for that so we can give the brothers the visual aid that we have for that.
Verse 31 again. Thou, O king, sawest and behold a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass.
There you go.
His legs of iron, his feet part of iron and parts of clay.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 34.
Now, what Daniel was breaking down was the vision that Nebuchadnezzar had, but it was symbolic. So Daniel just got through telling him the dream. This is not the image that Nebuchadnezzar had a dream of. What we're showing you is an account. What would we call it? You know, a depiction. This is a depiction. All right, this is a depiction that fits the description of the image that Nebuchadnezzar saw in his dream. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 34. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands.
So in other words, after having seen this this image whose head was of gold, read that part again.
Okay. Verse 32. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass,
Go ahead.
his legs of iron,
Right.
his feet parts of iron and parts of clay. Thou sawest.
Now, notice this image was symbolic of a turn of events, of a series of successions of kingdoms that was to transpire from the time of Nebuchadnezzar the king until the time literally that you and I are sitting here now. This prophecy is still unfolding. Go ahead.
Which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay.
Read verse 34 again.
Verse 34 from the top. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands.
In other words, while looking at this image, he had a vision, Nebuchadnezzar also, of a stone being cut out of a mountain, but it wasn't being cut out. In other words, it wasn't being hewn out with any particular hands. There was no workforce. It wasn't an endeavor that was undertaken by man. This stone was hewn, go ahead, was cut out, go ahead.
Verse 34 again. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet.
And then that stone struck the image. Struck this image in the region of the feet. Go ahead.
That were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces.
Okay, so upon being broken, upon breaking the feet that was of iron and clay, what happened? Go ahead.
Verse 35. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together.
Just like if a man was to get shot, let's say in the feet, get his feet blown off with a 12-gauge shotgun, what would happen? From that point up to the body, topple over. He would fall down. So he said this stone struck the feet, and then everything from that point up crumbled also. Go ahead.
And became like chaff of the summer threshing floors.
Chaff, when you go into the scriptures and understand what chaff is, chaff was the refuse of wheat. It was the portion of the wheat stalks that once you went to a threshing floor and beat the wheat to separate the wheat from the stalk. That was left off. That was left once the wheat was separated. The part of the stalk that could be used, the rest of it is called chaff. So he said the rest of those pieces was taken like chaff. Read that again. And became one.
Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like chaff
Go ahead.
of the summer threshing floor.
And became like chaff of the summer threshing floor. That means that all of those pieces of this image was burnt up, because that's what was done with chaff. Once you separated the wheat from the stalk, that which was left was called chaff, and it was taken and burned because it was the refuse. It was waste. It was what nothing could be done with it after. Go ahead.
And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image,
and then this very same stone that struck this image in the feet, go ahead,
became a great mountain.
Became a mountain. Now, we'll show you, we'll break the whole thing down after. Go ahead.
And filled the whole earth.
So this stone was converted from being a little stone to a big mountain and filled up the whole earth. Now, Daniel just broke down, he just told the king, Nebuchadnezzar Babylon, his vision. Now he's going to continue. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 36. This is a dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king.
Now they're going to drop what the dream means. Go ahead.
Thou, O king, art a king of kings. For the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven have he given into thine hand, and have made thee ruler over them all.
In other words, Daniel is telling Nebuchadnezzar, you are the ruler right now. Every place where the sons of men dwell. Now, let me do this. Let's go to the map. This was the extent